Have you ever had a moment where you said, this is it. I am finally doing it. You bought the planner, you wrote the goals, you got excited, you saw the vision. You could almost feel the future version of yourself walking toward you. And then a week later, or 2 weeks later, maybe 3 days later, life happened, you got tired, you got distracted, you got discouraged. Somebody needed something from you. Your calendar got messy, your emotions got loud, and suddenly the thing that felt so clear became one more thing you were avoiding. I want to talk about that today because I do not think most people fail because they're lazy. I do not think most people fail because they don't care. I do not think most people fail because they do not have enough potential. I think a lot of people fail because they're trying to create a new life while still operating from the identity of the old one. And that is where consistency becomes so powerful, because consistency is not just about doing the thing. Consistency is about becoming the kind of person who does what she said she was going to do, even when it's boring, even when nobody's clapping, and when the results are not visible yet, even when your old self is trying to talk you out of it. That is the part we do not always talk about in personal development. We love the vision. We love the breakthrough. We love the event. We love the book. We love the big emotional moment where everything feels possible. And I love those moments too. Do not get me wrong. I believe in those moments. That's why I'm here. I believe in the moment when something wakes up inside of you and you suddenly see yourself differently. But transformation is not proven in the emotional high. Transformation is proven in the ordinary Tuesday morning. It's proven when the alarm goes off. It is proven when you make that call. It's proven when you open that laptop. It is proven when you go live, even though you do not feel ready to go live. It is proven when you follow up, when you choose the future over the feeling. That is consistency. And here's the secret I'm learning in my own life and my own business right now. You do not need to be consistent with every single thing. You need to be consistent with the right things. That is where so many high-achieving people get overwhelmed. We try to change everything at once. We want the new business. I do this. The new body, the new mindset, the new schedule, the new content strategy, the new income, the new confidence, the new spiritual discipline, the new leadership identity. And because we can see all of it, we try to do all of it. And then we burn out. And then we tell ourselves we're inconsistent. But what if you're not inconsistent? What if you are just unfocused? What if you've been trying to build 10 new identities at once? That was a huge realization for me, because I am someone with big vision. I can see the whole thing. I can see the business. I can see the impact it will have on the people I touch. I can see the speaking gigs. I can see the content being created. I can see the women and the men who need this work. I can see the local workshops that I want to perform in. I can see the conversations I want to be having. I can see the community involvement. I can see the life I'm building for my children around purpose, prosperity, and freedom. But vision without daily structure becomes a fantasy, and structure without identity becomes punishment. So we need both. We need the vision that pulls us forward, and we need the daily discipline that teaches our nervous system, our brain, our spirit that we're safe while we're becoming someone new. And that is why I love simple rules, not complicated systems, not a 74-step morning routine, not a productivity plan that requires a PhD to understand. Just a simple rule. One thing, one block of time. One daily promise to yourself, one simple identity shift. And for me right now, that looks like building my day around the person I say I am becoming. God first, body second, revenue third, visibility fourth, systems fifth. That order matters to me because if I start my day in panic, my whole day becomes reactive instead of proactive. But when I start with spiritual foundation, my Bible reading, prayer, personal development, journaling, and a declaration of where I'm going today, I'm not just checking a box. I'm reminding myself who I am. And then I move my body into that person because my body has to come with me into the next level on this plane anyway. And then I move into the work that actually builds the business. Not busy work, not rearranging the Canva graphics 70 times, not pretending that researching one more tool is the same as revenue generating activity. The work, the calls, the follow-ups, the conversations, the invitations, the content, the leadership, the systems. And I want to say this with love because I need to hear it too. Motivation cannot be your compass. Motivation's wonderful. Motivation is a gift. Motivation can get you started, but motivation is not a strategy. If you only move when you feel inspired, your future will always be controlled by your mood. And your mood is not qualified to lead your life. Your purpose has to lead. Your values have to lead, right? Your commitments have to lead. Your future identity has to lead. That is why consistency can feel so uncomfortable at first. Because every time you do the thing you said you're going to do, you are voting for a new identity for yourself. And every time you do not, you're just reinforcing the old identity. Now, I do not say that to shame you or anyone. I say it because it is actually empowering. You're not stuck. You're voting. Every day with your actions, you are casting a vote. Am I the person who follows through? Am I the person who builds this business? Am I the person who takes care of her body? Am I the person who tells the truth about what she wants? Right? Am I the person who stops hiding? Am I the person who can be trusted with the next level of success? And here's where it gets really simple. Pick one point that matters. Just one, not 20, not even two. One thing that done consistently will make the biggest difference in your life or in your business. For some of you, it is making calls. For some of you, it's creating the content. For some of you, it's booking the discovery conversations. For some of you, it's getting your health back. For some of you, it's waking up and spending the first hour with God before you let the world tell you who you are. And for some of you, it is finally following up with the people who already raised their hands. But pick one thing. And then make that one thing non-negotiable for the next season. Not forever, not in a dramatic way, not for just the next season. This is the thing I do know. This is who I am now. This is how I build trust with myself now. Because consistency is really self-trust. It's not about being perfect. It is about becoming believable to yourself. And when you say, I'm gonna do this, and then you actually do it, your confidence changes. Not because someone complimented you, not because a check came in, not because the algorithm rewarded you finally, but because you know you kept that promise to yourself. And that kind of confidence is different. It's grounding. It's empowering. It doesn't need to announce itself. It's the kind of confidence that says, I'm becoming the woman I said I was going to become. Now let's make this practical, okay? So step one, choose the needle mover. What is the one action that actually moves your life or business forward? Not the thing that makes you feel productive. These are different things. The thing that creates movement is what I'm talking about. For me, This season is conversations. I'm having real conversations. I'm inviting people, following up with people, doing business presentations, taking speaking opportunities, and creating content. Because I can make posts all day, but unless I'm having conversations, I'm hiding from the actual work. You can hide inside visibility, right? You can post, you can plan, you can polish, you can write, you can prepare. You can still actually avoid the actual work. So step 1 is choose the needle mover. 2, put it on the calendar before the day starts negotiating with you, because the day will negotiate with you. Your phone will negotiate with you. Your fear will negotiate with you. Your family will need things from you that they will negotiate and win lots of times. Your inbox can suddenly become fascinating. Your laundry suddenly acts like it's got a commission check waiting for you. So you cannot wait until you feel ready. You have to decide ahead of time. This is the block. I'm going to do this. This is the work that I'm going to do at this time. This is the promise. All right, step 3. Track it like a leader, not like a person looking for proof that you failed. Like a leader. Leaders look at numbers because numbers tell the truth without drama. So how many calls do you need to make? How many follow-ups do you need to make? How many posts do you need to send? How many conversations do you need? How many people do you need to invite? How many presentations do you need to book? How many speaking gigs do you need to book? How many systems do you need to improve? Don't beat yourself up. Lead yourself. There's a big difference between tracking as punishment and tracking as leadership. Punishment says, look how far behind you are. Leadership says, here's the truth. What adjustment do we need to make? That is the energy we want. Okay, step 4. Attach the action to your identity. Do not just say, I have to make calls. Say, I am the kind of leader who creates conversations and I love making calls. Do not just say, I have to work out. Say, I am the kind of woman who brings her body with her into her purpose, and it feels great to pant and moan. Do not just say, I have to post. Say, I'm the kind of communicator who shares what she's learning so other people can rise too. Do not just say, I have to follow up. Say, I am the kind of person who honors relationships and who does what I say I would do, and I know that what I'm providing is significant value. That shift matters big time, because when the action is disconnected from identity, it feels like a chore. I get it. But when the action is connected to who you're becoming, well, it becomes evidence. Evidence that you're changing, evidence that you are rising above, right? Evidence that the next version of you is not some fantasy woman in the future. She's being built right now. In the calendar, in the call blocks, in the prayer, in the workout, in the follow-up message, in the uncomfortable invitation, and in the decision to keep going when the old patterns of who you are say maybe tomorrow. And please hear me when I say this, consistency does not mean you never miss. Consistency means you return faster. That's just maturing. Okay, that's growth. That is personal development in real action, not perfection. You come back. You missed a day, come back. You got discouraged, come back. You had a messy week, come back. You lost your momentum, come back. You do not need to make the missed day mean that you failed altogether. You need to make the return how you roll now. This is how your identity changes. Not by never falling off, but by refusing to abandon your whole deal when you do. So here's the question I want to leave. What is the one promise that if you kept it for the next 90 days would change the way you see yourself? Not the promise that sounds impressive. I don't care about that. It's the promise that would actually change you. Maybe it's 1 hour of deep work every morning. Maybe it's 50 calls a day. Maybe it's one piece of content per day. Maybe it is one local speaking outreach a day. Maybe it's one walk, a whole workout. Maybe it's one prayer practice. Maybe it is one follow-up block. Maybe it's one brave invitation to something special. Make it simple, make it clear, make it measurable, make it connected to the person you are becoming, because your next level is not about waiting for a more motivated version of you. It is about being a more committed version of you. And commitment is built by keeping one promise at a time. If this conversation resonates with you and you're interested in exploring personal development, purpose, and building a life and a business with more freedom and intention, I would love to connect with you. You can learn more about my work through the Prosperity Ascent LLC and schedule a brief discovery conversation through the link in the description. And wherever you are listening or watching, I want you to remember this. You're not behind. You are not broken. You are not late. You may simply be one consistent promise away from meeting the version of yourself you have been praying to become.